My black American husband won't go to the street.
Peace, black family. So before I get to the historical part of this video, I have one question. Why do we set ourselves up to be embarrassed like this in these interracial relationships? This embarrassment is even taking place amongst our children. What part of this is actually funny? I don't understand. And a lot of black men and women in interracial relationships won't admit this, but this level of embarrassment and degrading behavior even takes place during their intimacy with their interracial partner. Why do we feel the need to be their racial punching bags? Now let's get to the historical part of this video.
In the year 711 AD, Muslim forces invaded Spain and created a society so rich and so powerful it was the envy of the known world. This wasn't the rigid, ferocious Islam of our imaginations, but a progressive, sensuous, intellectually curious culture that for a number of spine-tingling years looked set to sweep through the whole of Europe. It is an incredible story, but one that has been systematically written out of history. After the Catholic monarchs took over the city of Granada, they began to destroy all evidence that the Muslims had ever been in Spain. In the following century, the Spanish authorities persecuted and expelled 300,000 Muslims and burned as many as 1 million Arabic books.
So in a nutshell, Spain is in Europe, which means that Spaniards are European. But when they started kicking out the Africans in 1492, they called this day the Holy Week, which means that the Spaniards, aka the Spanish, are the OG white supremacists, okay? We know where the Triple Ks got their uniform from. Since we've been talking about mythology and how it relates to psychology, let's take a look at this guy right here, St. James, the Moor Slayer. And as you can see from the painting, the Moor that he's slaying is an African black person. Some historians say while this event is based on legend, the supposed battle has provided one of the strongest ideological icons in the Spanish national identity, because the mythology creates the psychology. Even to this day in Spanish culture, they have what is called moros de cristianos. Basically is the Moors representing the black beans and the Christians representing the white rice. And it's a battle. Wait, let me repeat that. This is a meal that Spanish people still eat to this day to remind them. They still call it moros cristianos today.
I read a lot, especially about things, about history. Sicilians were spawned by niggers.
Come again?
No, it's a fact. Yeah. You see, Sicilians have black blood pumping through their hearts. And no, if you don't believe me, you can look it up. Hundreds and hundreds of years ago, you see, the Moors conquered Sicily, and the Moors are niggers.
When I walk down the street and everybody's staring at me, I want one day to be able to know, really know, that they're doing it because they see me. They're not staring at my color, they're staring at me, at Josephine for who I am and what I'm worth.
I am a black Italian. I'm from Sicily. I'm also from the south.
Now you know why Hitler was trying to attack certain European countries so he can create this blonde-haired, blue-eyed master race. He wanted to get rid of some of those descendants of those Moors who still had that black blood pumping through their heart. Nevertheless, I could do a whole story on that and the Moors. But my main question is, we really don't mind being embarrassed to be in a relationship with these people? If I gotta go through shame and embarrassment to be in this type of relationship, I don't need to be in it.
The West has been inspired by Islam, but more than that, it was in the very act of fighting the Muslims that Europe consolidated its identity.